Dire team.
And welcome back to Defense of the Australians Autumn and Winter Tournament. We have Game 3 between Rest Gaming
Radiant
and Space
team
Created. And joining me once again for the third and final game is the Muffin Man.
Hello.
And I'm not going to ask how you're doing this time because it hasn't.
How are you doing?
I'm fantastic, man. It's like the first time I've cast in like 6 weeks. It's great to be back.
You get to cast with me?
Yeah, it's super, man. Dropping knowledge bombs since ages ago.
Why has it been 6 weeks, but that's so long?
Well, there was a big break since I went to Defense, and then there was just nothing on. Then there were group stages which community casters were doing for Learn to Play and Defense, and because the Defense ones weren't structured, I can't do them because I work full-time and stuff, so I can't do them when it's like super late or anything. But because these ones are more structured, I get the times like a week in advance, so
Well, we can
it's a lot
talk about
easier
the
to
draft
do.
a little bit later. I want to know what's going on with you. Are you moving to Melbourne soon or something?
I've got two options, two plans. So either I'm going to move to Melbourne and set up a little studio over there, or I'm going to move in with a friend of mine in New Zealand, and he's going to help me set up a studio here. So helping with some of the initial costs, and he has a sound and lighting background, so he can help me set up like the camera equipment, the lighting, PA system, and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, those are my two options at the moment.
When's all this going down?
Over the next few months is the plan.
Yeah?
Selling my car, and I've got a little bit of money saved up to start up the studio. So I just have to really decide where I want to do it, because I've lived here for like 12 years, so I don't know if I can just jump ship. But I was in Melbourne. It's basically Auckland but bigger. I know everyone will probably hate me to say that, but it really is Auckland but bigger. That's what it feels like to me. And obviously with Defence being in Melbourne as well,
Yeah, that would make sense.
it would be a lot easier for me to get to them. And
It's
obviously
just easy to get to the places in Oz. There's
Yeah.
more stuff in Australia. Starting to be more stuff.
tournaments I can go to.
Exciting. You should be excited.
I am excited, man. It's all it's all like a little bit daunting, because it's a big change from just like casting in my bedroom.
Has it really sunk in yet, like what you're doing here?
A little.
5 seconds remaining.
It hasn't
Not
fully
quite.
hit you yet.
No, I think it'll hit me like once I start like buying
Reserve
studio
time.
equipment. Then it'll hit me.
Yeah.
Then it'll be a big deal. But until then, it's just like it feels like a pipe dream. But I want to be the first
is
studio
really.
in Oceania. Have like the first proper casting studio.
Yeah. So are you going to be doing most just Oz stuff or like branching out?
I'll be doing international stuff.
Yeah?
I did some of the Join Dota League last season, so I'll be doing a lot more of that because I'm also going to part-time work. Because at the moment I work full-time, and casting like C games and Europe games are when I'm at work.
It's next to impossible for.
Yeah, it's impossible. So I'll be cutting my
you
work
can't really
hours.
perfect the craft.
No, well I
Come
can't, I
on.
can't cast enough. That's the thing. I gotta sleep and do all that boring stuff. And earn money. It's horrible. I don't like it. But
Cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how you do.
and then I'll like have to like get new casters to come live at my studio and stuff. It'll be awesome, man. But obviously I wouldn't be able to do that in New Zealand because there's... Well, I mean, you've got Omega Kai in New Zealand, but like he's got like a family and stuff. He's just had a new baby as well, so that's why he hasn't been around.
Who's this?
Omega Kai?
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Man,
Should I be knowing who that is?
he's like the ultimate hype caster. He's the most hyped dude
Okay,
ever.
I'm gonna be honest here. I don't really watch Australian games casting.
Wow.
I'm playing in them, so...
Whoa. Yeah, true, you are mostly playing in them. But I managed to steal you away to do this one. So is there like no
Yeah.
scrim practice
Well,
tonight? You're just taking
No
the night
scrim
off?
practice at all this week, actually.
10
Learn to
seconds
Play got
remaining.
cancelled,
true.
and it was meant to be happening during this week, because one of our guys is gone through exams at uni right now. We just thought take the week off, then we'll go back at it hard again
Fair enough,
after
yeah.
this week.
It was really unfortunate that Learn to Play got cancelled as well. If you don't know why it got cancelled, for everyone watching, it's Valve are on holiday, and the ticket was put in 6 weeks ago, but they never implement it until the week before, and because they're not there, they can't implement it, and a
10
lot of the
seconds
smaller stuff,
remaining.
a lot of the smaller tournaments with the smaller prize pools, a lot of the prize pool comes from ticket
5
sales.
seconds remaining.
So he just couldn't financially run it without the ticket,
Reserve
which is really
time.
unfortunate. I was really looking forward to casting that because it's like a full week. I had like 30 hours of
Dire team
casting.
pick.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
good.
disappointed. I wanted to play it, but I can see where they're coming from and why
Yeah.
they had to cancel. It's just even more disappointing still is that the tournament wasn't postponed. It's
Yeah.
cancelled completely.
Yeah,
Kind of sucks.
There's a lot of other tournaments going on, and this week was like, because all us organisers and stuff are in a chat channel.
MP week, yeah.
This week was like left for him and Easter weekend. So after that, there's like no room to do
5
anything.
seconds remaining.
There's a lot more Aussie tournaments coming out, and we've got like the Steel Series.
Radiant team pick.
I think AEL are going to do something soon. Pez are always looking to do more stuff. Defense is on. I'm thinking about doing another one depending if I can be asked, / if I have time. But mine are always like no money, well, low money. But they're quick and easy. Lots of games packed into 2 weekends kind of deal.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I remember your tournament. And then you helped out with the N9 Cup.
5
Yeah,
seconds
that was a
remaining.
really good, that was an awesome tournament that was. I think that was myself and Spectre 11 hours of
Reserve
casting in
time.
one day. We just powered through the whole tournament. It was pretty tiring.
It
That was a
been
really
some
fun
quality
combo.
games though. And
Yeah.
it was just the best teams.
Yep.
Been a
It
solid
was,
tournament.
it was a really, really solid tournament. That was. But I mean, I guess we could talk about the draft. So
we have to?
So we said which Ember hero's gonna make it, and it's the Invoker. Not really crazy Ember ones, but a really strong hero.
Oh, he's imbalanced.
You reckon?
Come on, he's
Come
ridiculous.
on, it's just a good
EMP
hero.
is just stupid.
Yeah, EMP is a little bit. I think. What do you? Would you like to just see it go back to the old EMP, or a little bit better than the old
Just
one?
don't want
Not
to
as
see
good
this
as this
piece
one.
of shit hero in the game. It's just,
Can Eldest Dad play it?
no comment. Just the hero though, is just stupid.
I mean,
see
if
it
you
in
could
every
use it,
single
would you
pub
be that
game.
upset?
Every pub
Yeah.
and his dog thinks that they're a mad Invoker player and they
Dude,
pick
pubs
it and,
pubs have gone to shit now. Don't even talk
Oh,
about that.
it's
I've lost
terrible.
300 MMR in a week and a half.
Is that because you don't pick Lycan or Terrorblade every
Dude, I got really desperate at one point and picked Slark every game for like 9 games, and I won 1.
Oh no! You see, Slark, even that hero now is
I
just
know, you can't
not
even
gonna crush
you
enough
can't even
because
win with Slark
he
anymore.
can't take towers by himself like a Terrorblade
5
or a
seconds
Lycan
remaining.
can. So even Slark now is not as.
And every time I pick Slark, I get like a
Reserve
Phoenix
time.
against me. So I'm like, it's a hard time, man. But I'm just gonna quickly run through the bans. We had Lycan and AA banned out by rest in the first stage, along with Naga and Ember. Then Mirana and Bane were banned out, as well as Timbersaw and Lifestealer. We have the Invoker, Dazzle, Slardar, now
Radiant
Shadow Demon,
team back.
line up for Rest Gaming, along with the Visage, Centaur, Venomancer, and Tinker for Space Created. So, Shadow Demon seeing a little bit more work again. We've got the Minus Armor combo from the Slardar Dazzle, along with the Heal Bombs coming out from the
10
Illusions,
seconds remaining.
and even the, if it's an Exort Invoker, you could
5
see it with the,
seconds remaining.
fire thingies. You know, those things? What are they called? Fire.
Reserve
Forge
time.
spirits. That's what they are. I kept thinking it started with fire, not forge. That's where I was all wrong.
Glad I could help.
Thanks, man. I knew I got you to come cast with me for a reason. That was it right there. But
Dire
yeah. How do
team
you feel against like the Invoker versus Tinker?
I'm thinking, looking at this draft, this could be the closest game yet because both games sort of one-sided.
Yeah.
First game went to Space Created quite comfortably. The second game went to Red
10 seconds remaining.
Gaming
10
quite comfortably.
10 seconds remaining.
I have a feeling that this could be pretty close. Just looking at the way the
Radiant
draft is
team
panning out here, it looks like both teams have all the tools necessary to pull off the win. So far, I have to see what the last picks are.
Yeah, I mean, Tinker can abuse the fact that he can stack and all sorts of stuff when he's in mid, but I think Invoker does just win one-on-one in that fight. You just get Cold Snap and you just hit him and you win. Like if you rotation from a Dazzle I don't think Tinker's going to survive
10
that.
seconds
You've got the
remaining.
heal to sustain during the March of Machines. You've even got the Shallow Grave if you want to
5
dive him.
seconds remaining.
But I think vice versa it could work if Tinker gets the laser up a couple levels and then you have the Visage come in.
Reserve time.
You've got the laser to fill up the Soul Assumption nuke, and Invoker gets in real trouble as well. So the mid matchup could go either way. I think it's going to depend on who plays it better.
That is a thought. I would see. I think like Veno and Visage, like Veno's roaming potential is pretty strong. Visage not so much, but they could put pressure on Invoker. I think they'll be very
Dire team
preoccupied though with the aggressive potential at rest. And actually, Visage Veno Juggernaut is already a really strong tri-lane. I think they can handle any aggressive tri-lane coming out of rest with those three heroes. Because when you disrupt on the Juggernaut, he can come out of that spinning, and that means your follow-up initiation with the Slutter, Stomp or Crush, Slithering Crush is called.
10
That's not really going to connect as nicely. And then the Visage Veno are brilliant at
5
counter initiation because you just slow. No Gale, and then the Visage's damage output is insane. So
Reserve time.
they've really set up their lanes well, I think, and they don't have all that much
10
stun
seconds
power,
remaining.
but Central Warner is just enough. And if the Tinker can then get his up, I think they're looking pretty damn good.
But you just slow them and spin and you just get killed that with the nuke. Not even so much for the slow, I don't think you really need it that much. But the finishing power of Soul Assumption. Clockwork is the last pick for Rest Gaming. I think could help them a lot. If you can hook into the Juggernaut, cogs him, can't really get into the fight unless he has his ultimate. And then even then, a level 1 ulti doesn't exactly do much. It's 3 hits. It's like pretty meh. And you kind of just wait for the level 11 with an Arganims, and then it's all of a sudden he does a hell of a lot of damage. But I think the Shadow Demon Dazzle has got to be played defensively with the Slardar against the Juggernaut Visage Veno. I don't know how you win that one.
I think it's better for them just to secure the farm early on Slayer in the safe, get his blink up, zone out the Centaur War Runner, because you can do that really well with a Veno, level efficiently as you possibly can with the Visage, control the runes top, just some standard plays in the early game. And the Clock, really nice pickup against the Tinker. They really did need something extra to deal with the Tinker. I didn't feel that they had enough, but with the Clock I do feel they have just enough to deal with it. So nice.
Yeah, you gotta catch him. Gotta catch him when he blinks into the trees and everything, and you can use that rocket for the vision. I mean, Slardar with a blink is okay to catch him, but as he said, it's just not enough. And if he's got the march down as well, you can't blink. So Clock is just gonna do that a bit better. But we'll introduce the teams before anything real happens. We've got Crystal Planet on the side of Space Created. We've got Crystal Planet playing the Juggernaut, Courier on the Visage, Space 420 on the Centaur, Mum Spaghetti playing the Venomancer, and Space Jam on the Tinker.
And on rest side, we have Nicken on the Clockwork. He's going to the safe lane. Okay, looks like they're going aggressive. Jester on the Invoker, he'll be heading mid later on. LMK Guy on the Dazzle Assault, which is Tondas. Was it?
Yep.
You're calling Tondas? That's Tondas. Demon and Fielder Red playing Slut.
Yeah, I think Tondas is like the only player who stayed on rest because he's the captain for the whole time.
Changed his name.
Yeah, I don't know why he changed his name to Salt, but he has. But they smoked up on the side of Space Created, but they're not going to find anyone. They might want to ward up the jungle if they're going to go aggressive, but it looks like if they go aggressive, they're just dodging each other, and I think that works out better for rest, because honestly, I think Space Created are going to win a 3v3 in the tri lanes. They're either going to win it, or it's just going to cancel each other out.
Yeah. Question then is, how does Cock do in his match up top?
If he's against a tri lane, they're just gonna.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna be screwed.
I was more thinking, how is he gonna do it in a 1v1 top? But
The
it looks like
battle
Space want to
begins.
go aggressive. So both teams are going aggressive on nothing at stage.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to kill the Clockwork because he's got the cogs. It's hard to kill the Centaur because he's a Centaur. But I think Rest have more of a chance of killing that Centaur than they do of a Clockwork. If they go on you, you simply cogs them and then walk away. It's only going to work if you can initiate the second time before the cogs is ready again, and if he's lost enough health. But he's already used the cogs to slow down the creeps. So I mean, it's going to be off cooldown, but he's already used mana. They've just got to sort of wear him down on this lane. And Centaur can get jumped in this lane, like the Disruption with a DD already, so sweet rune. And the Dazzle Heal Bomb. He's got to be more careful, I think, than the Clockwork. Even though he's super tanky.